Hey, good morning. Let's go over today's trade plan. So in the overnight session, we saw that responsive buyers were active a little bit ahead of the 1885 naked VPOC, and from that point on, the market has been balancing within yesterday's range. At this point, heading into the open, our short-term directional bias is going to be neutral. We know that the prior day's bias was bearish, and from here on out, if ES holds below 1905 to 1907, there is still potential for the sell side to step in and drive the market back down towards the 97.5 gap and the 88.5 to 90.5 initial support zone, which is really the key support on the downside. And how the market reacts to 88.5 to 90.5 is going to be a tell on whether this market is still balancing within a range with the potential for buyers to be active, or whether it's really turning into more of a sell side market. So on the downside, if we break and slice through the 88.5 to 90.5, that could lead to a test of the overnight low and a breakdown into the 80.75 open gap, and it would bring the lower support zones into play. So 75.5 to 77.5, and possibly even the recent balance area low at 64.5 to 66.5, at which point responsive buyers could be active yet again. On the upside, how the market reacts to 05 to 07 is really going to help set the tone and the bias. So if we can get a high momentum breakout above 05 to 07, then that would be a signal that the buy side is gaining control on the smaller time frames, and from there ES can go up and test 12 quarter to 14 quarter and 18 half to 20 half. We are going to have to be careful at 12 quarter to 14 quarter if we are seeing a lot of upside momentum and broad market strength. So the pre-market resistance zone is going to help set that tone, and if we do get a breakout above pre-market resistance and we're seeing strong momentum and broad market strength, then we need to be cautious at 12 quarter to 14 quarter. If the market is exhausted into it, we can still get a reaction, and it is still a valid resistance area. But if the market has balanced ahead of that zone and now the breakout is just beginning, then you want to be careful there, because the market could test 18 half to 20 half before we get a decent reaction, and the bigger resistance zone on the upside is going to be 31 to 33, and that's the area that can cap the upside even if we get a fairly strong move on the day time frame. So right now the directional bias is neutral, and it can actually continue to be even neutral to bearish if 05 to 07 holds. And then how the market reacts to 88.5 to 90.5 is really going to give us a signal on the directional bias on the entire day time frame. And if we can't hold initial support and we're getting excessive broad market weakness, sustained downside momentum, then there would be potential to even test some of those lower support zones where responsive buyers can be active on first test. But the main area of support, then the bigger picture support below the 88.5 to 90.5, is really all the way down at 64.5 to 66.5. Doesn't mean we have to sell off all the way to the lower edge of balance, but that's the next bigger picture area of support. So in the event that we do go down there, that's an area where buyers can be active, and we can continue to balance from that point on. So those are the main ideas heading into the open. It's going to be important to maintain that flexible bias on the day time frame, because right now the market is balancing within a range and kind of trying to resolve the directionality. So it is going to be important to be more flexible on the short-term directional bias as the market balances and kind of resolves this area. So let's see if the sell side can hold ES below 05 to 07. That'll help set the short-term direction off the open, and we'll take it from there.